Here we go.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dave and Joe Liberty Show.
Stand.
Stand! All right, I'm never doing this again. It's always going to be up to Joe to do this. I always mess that up.
That is funny.
It used to be that in the beginning, you know that, right?
The show?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I mean in the beginning we thought that, and I never get that out of my head.
Some things just do not leave our heads, do they?
Dave and Joe's Liberty Stand. Anyway, last Wednesday, Glenn Beck did a special about, they had a special guest on there, and it would have been smart of me to actually know his name. They did a survey with 3,000...
David Barton.
No, David Barton is the guy that introduced the guy.
George Barna?
Yes.
Yeah, the Barna survey, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Anyway, churches are not doing their jobs. And again, I've said this in the past, and just for the record, I don't go to church, okay? So,
but maybe I think we're working on that.
Well, I don't know unless they do this. But and this is 3,000 people were surveyed. What do you really want? What are you not hearing at church that you want to know? And there's the top 12, and there was, I forget how many questions were there? There were over 1,000 or something.
Oh, was it really?
I'm sure it says that somewhere. But anyway, these are the things, and I thought it'd be an easy way for Joe and I to be lazy, and we'll just use this show to
go through some of
some of them. And the first one was abortion, beginning of life, right to life, conception, adoption, unwed mothers. And there was 91% that agreed that they would like to hear more about that or about that in general. And so let me ask Joe about that. What do you think about that? I mean, you go to church and I don't. Do they talk about that? I don't know.
Well, from what looking at these topics, from what, and specifically abortion that we want to talk about, I don't think it's in depth, maybe as much. I mean, I love our pastor, and I think he does touch on these issues that we'll go over. But I think the extensiveness of that, I don't think he does. I mean, I think from my experience. Pastors are looking at the scripture and looking at the gospel message of Jesus Christ, but and much, that should be the
pretty
focus.
Much against that, I would think, if they're looking over the, pretty sure Jesus isn't.
Oh yeah, against abortion. I think though, going in depth,
and not just
is maybe it's lacking of going in depth.
Right.
They may mention it, but going in depth of these issues, because I mean, honestly, I'll just real quick and then I'll hand it back to you. But when there was protest one day a couple months ago or a month or so ago, when all the videos started coming out about Planned Parenthood selling baby parts. Well, I went to the protest that was here. It was on a Saturday, and I hadn't talked to any of the people at my church. I think I missed a Sunday or something, and I showed up, and my pastor was praying. There was a lady from our church who had organized or been a part of the organizing that, and so they were there, but in the church setting, I don't think we really talked much about it. So I think it's being skimmed over, some of these issues. It depends on your church,
They're being mentioned, right. Well,
I mean, honestly, it depends on the pastor.
Here's the thing. Somebody I know very well, who's been a very solid Christian whole life and always went to church. I mean, he's brought up in that family. They all go to church. And he can't take it anymore. He hasn't been going for last fall. But it's been close to a year.
Why?
It's all socialist rhetoric. Socialist rhetoric about how the government's got to do. It's all
the government should do everything.
And they're not talking about. No, you don't. We don't pass these things on as individuals. We should do for other people. We should do things for other people by ourselves.
Right.
We shouldn't collectively do it as a government. Okay. And
we've allowed the government to take them over.
Well, we expect that,
right?
you know. We
right.
don't. It takes a burden off us.
It's laziness.
I pay my taxes. That's what that's for. And no, that's not
it's
what
laziness.
it's supposed. That's not what it's supposed to be for. We're supposed to do it ourselves. We should make our own money and have what we have, and go here. You know, I mean, help. In whatever way you want to, or you don't have to. I mean, it's your prerogative. But I mean, if you want to help, you do it, and you feel good about it. If you're doing it in the right way, you know, you don't.
Well, let's get back to the abortion beginning of life. These are the things that they mentioned, and by the way, we did post this on our Facebook page. We shared Glenn's talk on this. So you can go and see what they said.
A lot of great stuff on there.
Yeah. So beginning of life, right to life, conception, adoption, unwed mothers. So do you want to?
Yeah, I really didn't want to do the unwed mothers because that's so touchy. But
well, you know what though? That's a man problem.
It is.
That's a man
problem. Be a man.
Yep. Be responsible for your.
We all go to bars. We're trying. He's a married man. He doesn't. I'm not. I go to bars. I want to meet a girl. Okay. Guess what? If you go and you meet a girl and you
procreate,
one gets past the goalie,
procreate,
then you guess what, buddy? You're a dad now.
Well, and I'll tell you. I think the problem is with all of us, even myself as a married man, is I'm thinking this. Whatever I'm going after, okay? In this particular instance, it's obviously sex, but we believe the lie that that's going to satisfy us. It's a temporary gratification.
No. Well, when people, okay, maybe some people go to the bar and just look for sex, but
you're looking for a relationship.
I really just want to meet a nice girl.
Okay.
I mean, well, you know, nice girls go to bars too. I'm a nice guy. I go to bars, so you know.
God works in mysterious ways.
He does.
But is there anything in particular that, I mean, you want to hit on this because our limited time, 7, almost 8.
All right. Well, we already did the thing with Planned Parenthood, but I just can't stress enough. We live in a culture right now in the United States of America, the best country that's ever existed on the planet Earth, and I don't care. I'll fight you if you don't agree with me. Okay, and if you start whooping my butt,
Rome was a big empire.
I got a gun and I can shoot
Rome
you.
Was a big empire.
No, I said.
Go ahead.
Anyway. Did I say best? I meant to. Anyway, we're going down the toilet, kids. The founders of this country.
Is this in regards to abortion?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Founders of this country said, I'm going a long way around the barn. the founders of this country said that the only way this form of government works is with an informed society and a moral society. One of those right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, about life.
They are cutting.
Doesn't matter.
We're not just doing abortions. We're not just taking out a live person from another person.
And we think that's okay.
And we think that's fine.
We believe that lie.
But now people are freaked out that they're cutting them up and selling their parts.
But that's okay too.
Well,
no, we've manipulated the videos. They say the argument from the other side in our government. It's our government leaders are saying, "Oh, this isn't as bad." What are they saying?
John Boehner just stepped down as a representative of Congress. A couple days ago.
Well, he's going to the end of October.
And he said, "Well, the Pope moved me, or something like that, and it was time." Well, hey, that's a lie. I'm not going to question a man's religion and stuff. I have no idea what his heart is, But there was going to be a vote against him. He was going to lose, and he knows it. And the last thing he's going to do is be moved by the Pope, the Vicar of Christ, is to make sure that that Planned Parenthood thing goes through, and we as taxpayers fund that. Yeah, that's moved by
who said that?
John Boehner.
No, who said that we should let Planned Parenthood stay?
John Boehner did.
Oh, okay. He thinks.
No, he's going to. I don't know what he said, but he's going. That's going to be his last act.
We should continue to fund Planned Parenthood. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to put what they call a clean bill through, which makes we just fund everything we're funding now, which we fund Planned
Parenthood. And
he's doing
saying
it on
corrupt.
Which
it is.
Doesn't jive very much with being moved by the Pope, and that's why. Yeah.
Okay, we'll wrap this one up.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. This is fun, isn't it? we will see you in a. I hope you keep watching, keep clicking on our shows. So we'll be back before you know it. So have a great day. Everything's cool, and the G's. Remember the G's. So.
All right.
Say something else.
Well, I just think to finish up the abortion topic is.
No, I meant to wrap it up.
Well, yeah, but I mean, as far as I think the enemy wants us to believe that life doesn't matter, that lives don't matter. So you talk about
we got more shows.
I know you talk about the beginning of life, when life starts. You know, I believe life starts at conception, but the enemy says no, and we can tear that up, and so that's important.
No, it is important. It is.
It's very important. Because I think the foundation of life, that's the foundation of life. That's the beginning of life on as a human being. And the fact that we as a culture don't realize that because we've been blinded.
Okay, we're going to have to start a new show because I've been told that we can't go over. But we're going to continue this into the next one. So,
okay, all right. We'll sign out. Well, thanks. We'll see you soon.
See you guys later. Bye-bye.